Hello and welcome. My name is Savannah. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today. I will be guiding you through a yoga class focusing on the back body. We will be strengthening our whole back bodies, and then we'll also be spending some time to stretch this all out. But if you are familiar with me and my style of teaching, you'll know that I like to emphasize strengthening rather than simply stretching. I really hope that you enjoy this class, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss any of my upcoming classes. You can also leave a comment in the comment section of the video letting me know how this class went for you. And if you have any requests or suggestions of classes you would like to see, you can leave those in the comments of the video as well. Let's get settled into a comfortable seat. You can be sitting cross-legged like I am, or you can be in a kneeling position. And if it does feel better for you, you can be lying down on your back. And if you are seated, you can also sit on a folded blanket or a pillow or a meditation cushion if you have one, or a yoga block to elevate the hips, allowing you to get a little bit more comfortable. We won't be here for too long. This is just an opportunity to start to connect with the breath, to connect with our body, grounding and centering ourselves before we begin to move. Make any adjustments that you need to make to your body, your body's position. You can close your eyes or you can leave them open. Allow your hips to settle down towards the ground a little bit more. The lower body is heavy and the upper body lifts up towards the ceiling. So the shoulders come down away from the ears. The heart lifts up. The crown of the head reaches up as well, ever so slightly. Lengthen out the spine. Find more space in between all of the vertebrae of your spine. If you would like to set an intention for your practice, for your time on your mat today, you can take a moment to do that now. Simply choosing anything that deeply resonates with you. It can be a word or a phrase. Maybe you are dedicating this class to someone. You can come back to your intention at any point during practice when you are pulled away, when thoughts distract you. Take a couple more breaths here. Blink open your eyes if you had them closed. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down together at heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the right. Left arm reaches up and over. Maybe you look up towards the left elbow. Come back through center, inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down to the left, right arm up and over. Maybe you look up towards the right elbow. Inhale, back through center. Other side, right hand comes down, left arm up and over. Inhale through center. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Inhale through to center. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm up and over. Inhale to center. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat, right arm up and over. Maybe look towards the top elbow. Come back through center. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Sit up a little bit taller. Inhale, breathing in, arms reach up. Exhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand out behind you. Look over the right shoulder. Twisting from the very base of your spine all the way up through the crown of your head. Good. Come back through center. Inhale. Exhale, right hand to your left knee, left hand out behind you. Look over the left shoulder. Sit up even taller. Think of having really good posture here. Inhale through to center. Exhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand out behind you. Look over the right shoulder. Bring the left shoulder down away from the left ear. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand out behind you. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Get tall, take up space, lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, hands come together at heart center. Make your way over to a tabletop position on hands and knees. From here, we'll move through some cats and cows. Fingers spread nice and far apart. Pressing down into the hands and the knees. Arch your spine. Lift the head up. Lift the tailbone up. Exhale to round. Lifting the upper back towards the ceiling. Looking down towards the mat. Inhale to arch. And exhale to round. One more of each. Inhale to arch. And exhale to round. Good. Come back to center with a neutral spine tabletop. Extend your right leg back behind you, lifting it up. Left arm out in front. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Think of finding a nice long line from the left fingers all the way back to the right toes. We'll stay here for one more full breath. Bring the hand and the knee down. Other side, take your left leg back and right arm out in front. Gaze forward, a couple feet out in front of you on the ground. Engage the front of your core, engage the back of your core as well. Everything is working here. One more big breath here. Bring the hand and knee down. Extend your right leg back behind you. Foot comes on the mat this time. Toes tuck under. And start to rock, shift the weight forward and then back. Fingers are spread nice and far apart. Good. Bring the right knee back in. Tabletop. Other side. Stretching out the calf. The back of the lower leg. Shifting or rocking the weight forward and then back. Good. Bring the left knee back in. Extend your right leg back. Left arm out in front. Inhale here. Exhale, crunch it in. Elbow towards knee. Maybe they touch, maybe not. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Hold it here. Make sure as we hold this pose that you're not also holding your breath. So the breath is still flowing easily and effortlessly. Extend out long. Place hand and knee back down to the mat. Extend the left leg back, right arm out in front. Inhale here, big breath. Exhale, elbow and knee comes towards one another. Maybe they touch, maybe not. Inhale, lengthen out, extend. Exhale, crunch it in together. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. One more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Holding here for a couple of breaths. So we're holding the pose, but we're not holding our breath. Maybe the elbow and knee are touching, maybe they're not. Either way is okay. Good, extend out long, inhale. Exhale, hand and knee come back down. From here, fingers spread nice and far apart. Tuck all 10 toes under and just lift your knees up to a hover above the ground. So the knees are very, very close to the ground here. They're not lifted up much at all. Gaze forward, a couple feet in front of you on the ground. Shoulders are over the wrists and your hips are over top of the knees. Come back to tabletop. Take your right leg back, left arm out in front. Hold here for a couple of breaths. Ground down into the right hand and the left knee to find a little bit more support in the pose. Good, place hand and knee back down. Fingers spread nice and far apart. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up just to that hover. Take a few breaths here. Good, bring the knees down, extend your left leg back, right arm out in front. A few breaths here, gazing forward out in front of you. Reach farther back behind you with the left foot, farther out in front of you with the right hand. Find more space along your spine. Bring your hand and knee down. Tuck all 10 toes under, lift your knees up just to a hover. One more breath here. Good, bring the knees down. Come towards the back of your mat. So you have more space to the front. Hips will stay over the knees. Walk your hands out in front towards the top 2 corners of your mat. Hips lift up towards the ceiling. The heart melts low towards the ground. Maybe you rest the chin or the forehead down onto the ground. And if you have a pillow or a yoga block or something else nearby, you can also rest your forehead or your chin on that. So resting your chin down is going to give more sensation in the pose, and resting the forehead down will be a little bit less sensation. Bring your elbows down, bring your forearms down, slide forward through to Sphinx pose, propping yourself up here on your forearms. The legs relax back down onto the mat. The chest is lifted, fingers spread nice and far apart. Press down into the forearms to lift the chest up a little bit more. And then think of dragging your elbows, your forearms back towards the back of your mat to find a little bit more engagement in the pose, to stay a little bit more active. So we're not just hanging out. One more breath. Good, lower down. Bring your hands just underneath your shoulders, fingers spread nice and far apart. Focusing on using the back body more than the strength of our arms. So gently press down into your hands and lift your chest up as you inhale. As you exhale, lower down. So you might find that by using your back body strength, you're not lifting up as high as you normally would. Inhale, let's go again, lift up. Elbows come in towards the sides of your body. Exhale, lower. We'll do about 5 of these. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Last one here. Use more strength from your back. Lower on down. Good. This time we'll lift up and then we'll release our hands and hold it there. Inhale, lift. Lift your hands up off of the mat and stay here for 1 big breath. Good, come on down. Bring one hand over top of the other. Rest your forehead down onto your hands. Take 1 breath here. Leave everything just as it is. And we're going to lift the chest, the head, the arms up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Notice where you are feeling this in your own body. Let's continue just like this for a few more. Work with your own breath. Work at your own pace. 1 more. From here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Come up to a tabletop. Fingers spread nice and far apart. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up and back into your first downward facing dog of class. Pedal it out. Find any movement that feels good for you. Look forward to your hands, top of your mat. Inhale. And exhale, make your way there. Feet will meet your hands. Bring your hands to your shins, the fronts of your lower legs. Reach your heart forward. The hips will pull back. Think of having a nice long spine so that if I were to place a cup of coffee on your spine is staying so strong and so still here that the cup of coffee is not going to fall and spill over and make a mess. Gaze forward a couple feet out in front of you to lengthen your neck. One more big breath here. Use all of the strength in your back body to stay in this pose. Bring your hands together at heart center, using some strength from your hamstrings and your legs, your glutes, and your back. Come up to stand. Inhale here. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, halfway lower. So just about halfway, not going all the way down. Inhale up. Exhale, halfway down. 1 more time, inhale up. Exhale, halfway. Stay here with the hands together at heart center, or reach your arms out into a T off to either side. A full breath in and out through the nose. Bend your knees, plant your hands down, step back to plank. Both feet step back, fingers spread nice and far apart. Lower the knees down, and then lower yourself all the way down to the ground. From here, arms will reach out into a T off to either side, just like where we were in standing. And then inhale, lift everything up off of the ground. Exhale, lower. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring one hand over top of the other. Rest your forehead down onto your hands. If you would like to, you can bend your knees and then take your legs from side to side. From here, let the legs go long on your mat. Arms long alongside your body, palms down to the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, stay here for a few breaths. So make sure that you're not holding your breath as we stay in this pose. Can you lift your chest up just a little bit more? Can you lift your right leg up a little bit more? Then your left leg up a little bit more. Right arm up a little bit more. Left arm up a little bit more. Stay in this pose. Lower down. Bring one hand over top of the other. Rest your forehead down onto your hands. From here, reach your arms out in front of you. Inhale, lift everything up off of the ground. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more just like this. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, come on down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Come to a tabletop position. Hands and knees. Reach your right leg back, left arm out in front, spinal balance. Release, tabletop, left leg back, right arm out in front. Release, come back to tabletop and make your way back to downward facing dog. Come back into your breath, noticing each inhale and noticing each exhale. From here, step your right foot through in between your hands, top of the mat. Lower your left knee down. Reach your arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Tuck your left toes under. Lift up the knee. Inhale, reach your arms back. Hover your chest over the right thigh. Bring the left knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come to hover over that right thigh, toes tuck under, lifting the knee. Inhale, bring the knee down, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms back behind you, picking the knee up. Inhale, lower the knee down, reach the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands down, step the left foot up to meet the right at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Step your right foot back of the mat, bring the right knee down. Reach your arms up, inhale here, low lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down, tuck the right toes under, lift up the knee. Reach the arms back, reach the heart forward, hover over your thigh. Bring the knee down, inhale, reach up. Exhale, tuck the toes under, pick the knee up. Arms reach back, hover over the thigh. Inhale, reach up, low lunge, shoulders over the hips, back knee down. Exhale, hover over the thigh. Lifting the back knee up as you tuck the toes under. One more here, low lunge, bring the back knee down, reach the arms up overhead. Bring the hands down, step it up, top of your mat, fold down over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come onto the shins, reach your heart forward. Exhale to fold. Let's do a few more just like that. Inhale, halfway lift. You can have a nice bend in your knees here. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down over the legs. Let the upper body be nice and heavy. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. You can keep your feet where they are, or you can bring them further apart. Hang out here in your forward fold for a couple of breaths. Maybe you bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Maybe you sway from side to side. Find any movement that feels good for you and your body in this pose. Plant your hands down, step the left foot back of the mat, lower the left knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale here. Bring your left hand down to the mat, tuck your left toes under, lift up the left knee. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, let that breath go. We'll stay right here for one more big breath. Good, bring the right hand down. Step the left foot up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold down over the legs. Step the right foot back of your mat. Lower the right knee down. Reach your arms up. Bring the right hand down, reach the left arm up, tuck the right toes under, lift up the right knee. You can look up towards the left hand if that feels okay for your neck. We'll be here for one more breath. Bring the left hand down, step the right foot up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Hang out here once again in your forward fold for a few breaths, finding any movement or finding stillness. Getting settled in the pose and finding what feels good for you. Plant your hands down, bend your knees, step your feet back. Lower your knees down, come all the way down to the ground, to your belly. Reach your arms out in front of you. Inhale, lift everything up off of the mat and stay here, making sure you're not holding your breath as we stay in this pose though. So the breath is flowing in and out through the nose or through the mouth, whatever you prefer. Just one more big breath here. Lower down. Bring your arms out into a T. Inhale, lift up. Stay here for one more breath. Good, lower down, hands under shoulders, come to a tabletop. One more time with that spinal balance. Bring your right leg back behind you, left arm out in front. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen out. This time, bring your left arm out to the left, right leg out to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left arm left, right leg right. Inhale, center. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend, set hand and knee down. Take a quick child's pose before we do that on the other side. Bringing the big toes together, knees closer together or farther apart, whatever feels better for you. Arms can be out in front of you or alongside your body, fingers to the toes. One more breath. Come up into your tabletop position. Extend your left leg back, right arm out in front. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Maybe they touch, maybe not. Either way is okay. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, right arm to the right, left leg to the left. Inhale, lengthen out in front and back behind. Exhale, elbow and knee together or towards one another. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale to the side, right arm to the right, left leg to the left. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, bring hand and knee down. Come back into your child's pose and rest here for a few breaths. One more breath. Come up onto hands and knees, and let's move through some cats and cows, just like we did at the beginning of class. Inhale to arch your spine, pressing down into your hands, down into your knees, lift your heart up. Exhale to round the spine, look down towards your knees. Inhale to arch. And exhale to round. If you would like to add anything on here, maybe moving the hips from side to side, anything that feels good for you, add that into your cats and cows. Just move intuitively, move naturally and organically. Let your body guide you through this movement. Find what you want to do and just go there now. Good, come back to center with a neutral spine. Take your left leg back behind you, toes tuck under, down on the mat. And look over the left shoulder towards the left foot. One more full breath here, noticing how the left side of your body is feeling. Good, come back to center. Take the left knee back in, right leg extends back, toes tuck under on the mat. Start to look over the right shoulder towards the right foot. Maybe you shift the weight forward and back a little bit, stretching out the calf once again. Notice how the right side of your body is feeling. Come back to center, tabletop. Come towards the back of your mat and let's take that puppy pose or that heart melting pose we did at the beginning of class one more time. So hips over top of the knees, walk your hands out long in front towards the top two corners of your mat, melting your heart and your chest, maybe the forehead down towards the mat. Maybe the forehead can touch the mat and rest down.
Otherwise, you can use a book or a folded blanket or a pillow to rest it on. And if you are feeling like you would like more sensation in the pose or more of a challenge, you can bring your chin down to rest onto the mat. And if that doesn't feel good, you can come out of it and find a different variation. Come back to resting the forehead down if that feels better. Walk your hands back in, coming to a tabletop, coming to a seat, and then coming all the way down onto your back as we prepare for Shavasana. Extend your legs long, extend your arms long next to your body as well. Rest here for just a couple of breaths. And then we'll do a few more poses before Shavasana. Good. Bring your right knee into your chest. Left leg extends long towards the top of your mat. Fingers interlace around the right shin. Start to take the right shin or the right leg from side to side, making this range of motion as big or as small as you would like. From here, let's take the right leg across the body to the left. Left hand comes on the right knee. Right arm extends out to the right side. You can turn your head to look wherever feels good for you. Make any adjustments, and then get settled in to this twist. Bring your right knee back to center. Extend your right leg long. Left knee comes into your chest. Fingers interlace around the left shin. Start to take the left leg from side to side, making this movement as large or as small as feels good for you. And then when you feel ready, we'll take the left leg across the body to the right. The right hand comes on the left leg. Left arm extends out to the left side. And maybe you turn your head to look to the left hand. Otherwise, you can look wherever feels good for you. Bring the left knee back into your chest. Bring the right knee back in as well. Bring your arms off to either side, out to a T. Release your legs over to the left for one more twist. Stretching it all out before we come into Shavasana. So you can turn your head to look wherever you like. And if your legs aren't able to come down onto the ground here, you can use a blanket, a folded up blanket, or a pillow, or anything else that you have to rest your legs on for support in this pose.
Come back through to center, releasing from this twist, and then taking it over to the other side. So the legs come down to rest on the ground or on a pillow or a folded blanket on the right hand side. And then you can look wherever feels good for your neck. Make any adjustments, make any movements, and then settle in, finding stillness in the pose. Feel your breath moving in, and feel your breath moving out. Good, bring your legs back to center, hug your legs into your chest, arms wrap around the legs, rock from side to side. And then release the legs, release the arms long, take up lots of space, come into your Shavasana. If it feels better for you to take Shavasana lying on one side, right or left, or lying on your belly, you can definitely do that. Another option, you can take Shavasana in a seated position if that feels better. So taking your time to choose your Shavasana, make any adjustments that you need to in order for the mind and the body to settle in, to arrive right here, right now. Allowing the body to soften down onto the mat. Enjoying this time that you have set aside just for yourself. Please stay in your Shavasana for as long as you would like. Taking this time for yourself, giving your mind and your body this time to rest. Thank you so very much for being here. I would love to hear any thoughts or feedback you have from this class. I always love reading the comments that you leave me, so please don't be shy. I upload a new yoga class every Friday. So if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming classes on my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I hope you have a wonderful day. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.